Back to the channel. This is a fuel mileage and cost comparison between not trucks. I'm not doing Ford versus Ram, but we're doing like a price comparison between 2021 and 2022, right? I was trying to find one a year where I drove similar amount of mileage. But I wanted one that was maybe 2019 or 18, but I didn't find one of my trucks, my fuel mileage reports, where I had similar mileage. That's the key thing I was looking for. That trucks were both driven the same amount of mileage, right? So, anyways, so to my left here, or the screen here to the left, this was my 2020 Ford F250. This mileage report, this one right here, this mileage report was from 2021. To the right is my current 21 Ram 2500, and this is my 2022 report. So again, this is not about V8 versus the inline six or Ford versus Ram. It has nothing to do with that. We're just doing cost estimates, right? Overall costs, what it costs to fuel up between the 2 years, right? Because we know, coming from President Trump into Joey bribes, fuel costs started to skyrocket. They started to go up from early 2021, as you can see here, when Joey bribes took over, and it just started going higher and higher and higher and higher. But they weren't as bad as as it got in 2022, right? So, anyways, both trucks were driven over 35,000 miles in that respective year. So my 2021 Ford, my 2020 Ford, the picture to your left, in the year 2021, I drove a total of 35,118.5 miles. Okay. My 21 Ram in the year 2022, I drove 36,562.4 miles. So it's different, yeah. The Ram, I've got, almost 2,000 miles difference. It's like, what, math and I do not get along. So we got 36,562.4 minus 35,118.5. So we're talking 1,443.9 miles difference. So the difference between these two trucks is my Ram, this mileage report has an additional 1,400 miles driven versus the Ford, but they're comparable, right? Both trucks were driven over 35,000 miles, right? But not over, one isn't over by like 5 or 6 or 7, 10,000 miles difference. It's only a 1,400 mile difference. Okay, so they're comparable, right? Comparable. Okay, so you can see the Ford. Now the Ford is a V8. It's going to get less fuel mileage, but even my Ford, I was still getting good fuel economy. I mean, this truck, look at here, the 20th of August, 2021, I got 34.3 miles to the gallon, and I did a lot of major hypermilling, right? 34 miles to the gallon here again, 32 miles to the gallon, 30, 32. I mean, the Ford, because the way I drive, gets, I was able to squeeze really good fuel economy. And granted, the Ford, let me tell you, it went into regen every 500 some miles. There's a lot of regens versus the Ram. But regardless, overall fuel economy for the year, for 2021, granted, it's not a full year. I sold the truck in October 1st was the last fuel mileage report, because that same day I think I sold the truck. I traded it for this Ram, right? But still, mileage, how much it was driven in that year, they're comparable. Okay, so I got 20.6 miles average for the year on the Ford. The Ram got better, 22.1 miles to the gallon average for the year, right? It did better in the fuel economy. Obviously, it's straight six, two different things, right? Straight six, V8, that's a given, right? But let's look at the cost. The Ram, I paid $8,537.23 in fuel in 2022. Let's compare that to 2021. I spent $5,162.77 in 2021 in fuel costs. That is huge. That is a That is a big difference, folks. That is, when you got stolen elections, that's what happens. So in 2022, so right when you subtract this from this, I paid $3,374.46 more in fuel costs in 2022. $3,300 more in fuel for comparable miles driven. $3,300 more. That's insane. $3,300 can go a long way, but that was spent on fuel. A good thing is there's going to be a change of batter coming up. The night is darkest before the dawn, and there are major things that are going to happen this year moving into 24. And yes, President Trump will get his third term. There's a lot of things that the public do not know what is going on. Anyways, but it's coming to light now. Anyways, not as all as it seems. Let me tell you that. Truth is coming out now. This is the year of the boomerang. But anyways, so yeah, I mean, you can see the difference here. I mean, stark difference in fuel costs. I mean, the average cost of fuel for me in 2021 was $3.01, right? Look at that, $3.01. I think the highest, let's look. Let's see if we can see what the highest was. Let's see here, 329, 349, 18th of May. I don't think it broke 400 I don't think it broke $4 in 2021. So I think, yeah, looks like the $3.49 was the highest. So, but overall average of fuel costs in the year 2021 was $3.01. Now let's go over here to 2022. The average cost of fuel was, for the year that I spent, was $4.95. But let's look and see if we can find a high. Look at this, 22 June, $6.49 I paid. Oh, that was in Washington State. Yep, that was in Washington State. Go figure, right? $6.49 in fuel. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You say, well, it's coming down now. No, it's still high from when you took it over, right? Let's go back to 21. Let's go before the, fake inauguration, right? Let's go here, right? January 1st, 2021, diesel was $2.39. Now, depending on where you fill up, right? This one here on the 2nd of January, I filled up a place where I got $2.29, right? But look at that, $2.29 for fuel, for diesel. That means gas was probably like $1.20, $1.30 in some areas, maybe. You know what I mean? Now look at what we got, right? I just filled up, so the last day I did fill up in December of 2022 was $4.44, right? So it's come down from its highest, but it's still over $2 more than it was, right? So it's still high. It's not, well, we're bringing it down. No, it's still high. It's higher. It's still higher from when you took it over, right? So anyways, I'm gonna try to keep this video short, but that's really what I want to talk, because I can go on a rant about so many things, but I'm not going to, because this is a truck, wrestling belt, other types of review channel, right? I'm trying not to get into other things, but anyways, you can see the difference, right? Look at the difference. Wow. So anyways, hope you've enjoyed this little video, and soon I'll do a 50,000 mile review on my 21 Ram, as well as an SMB fuel tank update. And then I'm also thinking about getting an older truck, maybe a 12 valve. So we'll see. We'll see you on the next video.